On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Flood.
A large amount of water flowing beyond its normal limits, an overwhelming number or amount.
Examples:
Flood advisory. A flood of questions. These heavy rains caused flash floods on several islands.
Complaint.
A statement that expresses dissatisfaction or annoyance about something.
Examples:
Complaint department. Complaint about price gouging. She filed a complaint with the manager about the poor service.
Generic.
Not specific, not linked to a particular brand or product.
Examples:
A generic product. Generic version. The generic aspirin brand was just as effective as the name brand, but much cheaper.
Pharmacology.
The branch of medicine concerned with the study of drugs and their effects on the body, including their properties, uses, and interactions with other substances.
Examples:
Pharmacology research. Pharmacology textbook. Medical professionals must stay up to date with the latest developments in pharmacology to ensure optimal patient care.
Unwelcome.
Not wanted, not invited, or not appreciated, causing annoyance or displeasure.
Examples:
Unwelcome interruption. Unwelcome surprise. The unwelcome visitor quickly made their presence known.
Relapse.
The fact of becoming ill or starting to misbehave again after making an improvement.
Examples:
Biochemical relapse. Relapse prevention. He had a relapse because he was working through the night.
Claim.
To assert that something is true, to demand or request something as one's own, to lay legal or moral right to something. Noun, a demand or assertion of a right or something that one believes to be true.
Examples:
Claim responsibility. False claim. He wants to claim ownership of the abandoned property.
Argue.
To express differing opinions or points of view, often in a heated or contentious manner, to present a case or reasoning to persuade or convince others.
Examples:
Argue a case. Argue passionately. The couple began to argue over which restaurant to go to for dinner.
Psychosomatic.
Relating to or involving the interaction of the body and mind, especially about physical symptoms that are thought to be caused by mental or emotional factors rather than physical ones.
Examples:
Psychosomatic illness. Psychosomatic pain. Stress can cause psychosomatic symptoms such as headaches and stomach aches.
Upset.
Causing or marked by anxiety, uneasiness, trouble, or grief. Verb, to make someone anxious, unhappy, or angry.
Examples:
Get upset. Have an upset stomach. He was awfully upset by the news.
Investigate.
To conduct a systematic or formal inquiry to identify and evaluate the facts of a crime, problem, statement, etc., to establish the truth.
Examples:
Investigate the matter. Investigate a data leak. The committee investigated several apparent inconsistencies.
Firepower.
The ability or capacity of a military unit or weapon to deliver a high volume of fire, the destructive capacity of military weapons or equipment.
Examples:
The firepower of the military. Lethal firepower. The army relied on its superior firepower to win the battle.
Journalist.
A person who collects and writes news stories or articles for newspapers, magazines, radio, television, or other online media.
Examples:
A China-based journalist. Journalist on a magazine. Foreign TV crews and journalists can go as they please in various locations during the Olympics.
Pose.
To present a risk, problem, or other issues that must be addressed.
Examples:
Pose a significant threat to my company. Pose a challenge. The chemicals pose a massive health risk.
Rely.
To require a certain thing or the assistance and support of someone or something in order to continue, run properly, or succeed.
Examples:
Rely on convenience stores. Rely entirely on him. Babies heavily rely on others for food.
Whistleblower.
A person who reveals or reports illegal, unethical, or immoral activities, primarily in the workplace or government, that are not publicly known but harm the public interest or other people.
Examples:
Anonymous whistleblower. Government whistleblower. The government has laws in place to protect whistleblowers from retaliation.
Continent.
One of the Earth's large landmasses. Adjective, abstaining from your feelings, especially your desire to have sex.
Examples:
The inland of a continent. Continent urinary diversion. Flight across the continent was a daring adventure in its day.
Confidential.
Intended to be kept secret.
Examples:
Confidential information. Strictly confidential data. The confidential documents were only available to authorized personnel.
Manufacture.
To make goods in large numbers, usually in a factory using machines.
Examples:
Manufacture an enzyme. Manufacture a product. The majority of synthetic vitamins are manufactured from oil.
Oversee.
Situated or operating beyond national boundaries, in, from, or to foreign countries.
Examples:
Oversee shipments. For oversea use. The company enhanced oversea operations to tap into new markets.
Legitimate.
Accordant with or allowed by law, lawful.
Examples:
A legitimate child. Legitimate question. Public political demonstrations are considered legitimate rights for citizens.
Profit.
Money that is earned in business or by selling things after deducting the costs involved.
Examples:
Gross profit. Make a profit. This business yields little profit.
Deliberately.
Done in an intentional or slow and careful manner.
Examples:
Deliberately amateurish. Commit a crime deliberately. He deliberately misleads others.
Flout.
To openly disregard or disobey a rule, law, convention, or authority, to mock or ridicule something or someone.
Examples:
Flout his order. Flout the rules. The politician decided to flout the law and run for office despite being ineligible.
Regulation.
An official rule made and maintained by a government or some other authority, the act of controlling or directing something according to a rule.
Examples:
A company regulation. Regulation by the government. The regulation approved by Congress was perfunctorily implemented.
Commit.
To do something illegal or wrong.
Examples:
Commit suicide. Commit mistakes. The military has committed an abuse of human rights.
Fraud.
The crime of gaining money or financial benefits by deceiving people, a person who makes deceitful pretenses.
Examples:
Get money by fraud. Victim of fraud. The police arrested them for committing insurance fraud.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal, a systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective, a method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
Process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Tip.
The top or extreme point of something slender or tapering, usually a mountain or hill. A piece of advice about something practical, a small amount of money given for services.
Examples:
the tip of a paintbrush. Give the waiter a tip. I will introduce some tips on learning English in this class.
Iceberg.
A large piece of ice floating in the sea, detached from a glacier.
Examples:
hit an iceberg. Iceberg melting. The ship encountered a series of icebergs and had to change its course.
Uncover.
To remove the cover from something, to discover something previously unseen or hidden.
Examples:
uncover a potential problem. Uncover the truth. He continued his investigation and soon uncovered another crime.
Disquiet.
A feeling of anxiety or unease, a sense of restlessness or agitation, a state of mental or emotional disturbance. Verb, to cause or feel unease, restlessness, or agitation.
Examples:
cause disquiet among the residents. Mood of disquiet. The disquiet in the community grew as rumors spread about the upcoming changes.
Skeptical.
Doubting that something is accurate or useful.
Examples:
a skeptical attitude. Skeptical scientists. His religious and philosophical beliefs were utterly skeptical.
Innovation.
The creation of a new device or process resulting from study and experimentation.
Examples:
innovation leader. Cutting-edge innovation. The vegetarian burger was an innovation that quickly spread to the United Kingdom.
Giant.
Extremely big, much bigger or more important than similar items usually are.
Examples:
giant trees. Giant tech company. The giant jets that gradually dominate the world's airlines.
Medicinal.
Of or relating to the treatment or cure of disease.
Examples:
medicinal chemistry. Traditional medicinal. The medicinal properties of this herb have been known to help with various ailments.
Affordable.
Not expensive and able to pay.
Examples:
affordable housing. Affordable solution. The automaker has been providing affordable car financing options since last year.
Heroic.
Courageous and daring, having or displaying qualities appropriate for legendary figures, that is, courage and daring.
Examples:
a heroic poem. Heroic explorers. The heroic actions of individuals are now easily spread worldwide by SNS.
Underdog.
A person or group in a competition or situation that is expected to lose or be at a disadvantage. A person or group that is seen as less powerful or less favored than others in a social, political, or economic context.
Examples:
Cheer for the underdog. Classic underdog story. The underdog team pulled off a stunning upset against the heavily favored opponent.
Assume.
To think or accept something to be true without having proof of it, to take or begin to have power, to begin to exhibit a specific quality or appearance.
Examples:
Assume a lousy attitude to his boss. Assume an important role. The following example assumes that the capacity of each battery is the same.
Reassurance.
The act of giving advice or help to make someone feel less worried. The act of giving someone confidence.
Examples:
Give reassurance. Reassurance of my commitment. He needed reassurance that everything would be all right.
Prop.
A piece of wood, metal, etc., placed beneath or against something to support it or keep it in position. A system, institution, or person that gives help or support to someone or something.
Examples:
Emotional prop. Prop stick. We have finally lost our last prop.
Regulate.
To control something, especially by means of rules or laws.
Examples:
Regulate blood sugar levels. Regulate our conduct. We must manage to regulate our expenditure.
Equivalent.
Having the same value, quality, meaning, purpose, etc.
Examples:
Equivalent amounts. Equivalent in meaning. The European Central Bank is Europe's equivalent of the Federal Reserve.
Interchange.
An exchange of one thing for another, often involving a replacement or substitution, a meeting or intersection of two or more roads or routes.
Examples:
Interchange station. Interchange of ideas. The highway had a dangerous interchange where accidents were common.
Brand.
A type of product, service, etc., made by a particular company and sold under a specific name, identification mark on the skin of livestock, criminals, etc., made by burning.
Examples:
Create a brand logo. The brand of the new car. There's a new brand of hero in the movies now.
Fling.
To throw or push something or someone with force or recklessness, especially because you are angry.
Examples:
Fling a stream of abuse. Fling a door open forcefully. He was provoked to fling the draft on the floor.
Investigation.
The act or process of thoroughly examining a crime, problem, statement, etc., to uncover the truth.
Examples:
A preliminary investigation. The scope of an investigation. We have never before conducted a legitimate investigation.
Regulatory.
Having the power to control or restrict something such as business or industry according to rules or principles.
Examples:
Regulatory cells. Compliance with regulatory requirements. In the past, Japanese banks were protected by regulatory control.
Framework.
The structural components of a building or object that support its weight and give it form, the underlying structure of a system, concept, or text.
Examples:
Legal framework. The framework of a house. He devised a new analytical framework to capture the phenomenon.
Vet.
Also a veterinarian, a person who has a medical degree trained to examine and take care of the health of animals.
Examples:
Vet clinic. Vet checkup. We had to take our dog to the vet because she was not feeling well.
Approval.
The belief that someone or something is good or acceptable.
Examples:
A written approval. Express my approval. This project took a lot of time to get the president's approval.
Ethical.
Of or relating to principles about what is right and wrong, or the branch of knowledge dealing with these.
Examples:
An ethical doctrine. Shoulder ethical responsibility. The president must have the highest ethical standards.
Applicant.
A person who applies, especially for a job or position, someone who applies for a grant, loan, or other benefits.
Examples:
Potential applicant. Job applicant. The job posting attracted many qualified applicants.
Honor.
High regard or great respect for someone, the quality of having and doing based on a keen sense of morality. Verb, to show respect towards someone.
Examples:
Womanly honor. Honor our ancestors. I claim on my honor that it is true.
Suffer.
To experience pain, distress, or hardship, to undergo or endure something painful or unpleasant.
Examples:
Suffer a setback. Suffer bad grades. The older man suffers from arthritis and finds it difficult to move around.
Medical.
Relating to the treatment of illness or injuries, relating to the practice of medicine.
Examples:
A medical opinion. Temporary medical treatment. The medical team worked quickly to save the patient's life.
Setback.
An unfortunate happening that hinders or impedes a reversal or check in progress.
Examples:
Major setback. Suffer a setback. The team experienced a setback when their star player was injured during the game.
Quote.
To repeat or reproduce the words or statement of someone else, often acknowledging the source, to give an estimated cost or price for goods or services.
Examples.
Quote a source. Quote a price. In his speech, he quoted a famous philosopher to emphasize his point.
Anonymous.
Having no known name, identity, or known source.
Examples.
Anonymous letter. Anonymous house. She received several anonymous calls.
Refill.
To replenish a container with a substance that it previously held, to top up a supply or amount of something.
Examples.
Refill with oil. Refilling cartridge. Please refill my water glass when you have a chance.
Prescription.
A written or spoken instruction that directs a medical practitioner to prescribe a specific treatment or medication for a patient.
Examples.
Prescription drugs. Fill the prescription. I need to refill my prescription for allergy medication at the pharmacy.
Industrious.
Hardworking, diligent, and persistent in effort.
Examples.
Industrious worker. Industrious student. He was known to be very industrious and would often work late into the night.
Ingredient.
One of the things used to make something, especially one of the foods used to make a particular dish.
Examples.
Secret ingredients. Compound the ingredients. Greed is the primary ingredient in the making of criminals.
Elaborate.
Containing a lot of carefully prepared and organized or many complicated and detailed parts.
Examples.
An elaborate hat. Elaborate Ponzi scheme. He proposed an elaborate program of public works.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples.
Decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Jersey.
A knitted garment typically made of wool or cotton, worn as a shirt or pullover.
Examples.
Jersey material. Fabric of the jersey. I always wear my favorite basketball player's jersey to the games.
Lab.
A workplace for the conduct of scientific research, a laboratory.
Examples.
Lab instrument. Medical lab. The Prime Minister will pay a courtesy visit to the Nobel laureate's lab.
Technique.
A particular way or art of doing something that needs skill.
Examples.
A technique in martial arts. The technique applied to construction. Jockey's superior technique brought him victory.
Flask.
A container with a narrow neck and wide, flat body used for holding and carrying liquids.
Examples.
Lab flask. Vacuum flask. The chemist poured the solution from the beaker into the flask.
Mimic.
To imitate someone's speech, movement, or behavior, especially to make others laugh.
Examples.
Mimic a human voice. Mimic numerous instruments. He is very popular at school because he can mimic all the teachers' accents.
Stomach.
The internal organ in the body where food is digested, situated in the abdomen, the part of the body below the chest that contains the stomach.
Examples.
Upset stomach. Stomach virus. I have a stomach ache after overeating junk food.
Dissolution.
The act of breaking up or dissolving something, often referring to a contract, a relationship, or a substance, the process of disintegrating or decomposing over time, the ending or termination of a group or organization.
Examples.
Dissolution of a company. Dissolution of the sugar. The dissolution of the partnership was a difficult and emotional process.
Remarkable.
Worthy of attention because unusual or special.
Examples.
Remarkable achievement. The remarkable breadth of knowledge. The election was a remarkable success for the Whigs.
Ban.
To officially or legally forbid or refuse to allow something.
Examples.
Ban gender-related job discrimination. Ban any type of cloning. We should ban mildly violent video games from a child's development perspective.
Fluid.
A substance that can flow and is not solid.
Examples.
Plenty of fluids. Fluid assets. She was diagnosed with a fluid buildup in her lungs.
Facility.
A building or place that provides a particular service or is used for a particular industry.
Examples.
A cell phone with an internet facility. Facility design. This company has an entire recycling facility, including major reprocessing plants.
Cornerstone.
A fundamental or essential element or component of something, a basis or foundation upon which something is built or developed.
Examples.
Cornerstone of democracy. Lay the cornerstone. Effective communication is often considered the cornerstone of a successful team.
Preserve.
To keep or maintain a particular quality, feature, etc., especially to prevent it from decaying, being damaged, or being destroyed.
Examples:
Preserve my strength. Preserve a country's heritage. They worked hard to preserve the nature of their native lands.
Regulator.
A person or thing that controls or balances something. A person or an organization that is responsible for control and supervision of a particular activity or area of public interest.
Examples:
Regulator body. A speed regulator. The financial industry regulator was responsible for ensuring that companies followed the laws.
Invite.
To ask someone to come or join, to offer an opportunity or possibility for something to happen or take place.
Examples:
Invite guests. Invite criticism. We want to invite you to our annual charity event. Tamper. To interfere with something in a way that causes damage or unauthorized alteration, to meddle with or manipulate something without permission or authority. Noun, a tool or device used for interfering with or altering something in a way that is unauthorized or illegal.
Examples:
Tamper with evidence. Tamper resistant. It's important not to tamper with the settings on your computer unless you know what you're doing.
Regime.
The organization, a system, or method that is the governing authority of a political unit.
Examples:
A puppet regime. Exercise regime. Totalitarian regimes are less likely to innovate because they deprive individuals of economic incentives.
Alter.
To cause to change or make different.
Examples:
Alter a decision. Alter data in a file. The design of the web page has altered slightly.
Pristine.
New and completely free from dirt or contamination.
Examples:
Pristine beach. Maintain the pristine condition. It is terrific to camp in pristine nature.
Multinational.
Relating to or involving multiple countries or nationalities, having operations or business interests in multiple countries.
Examples:
Multinational enterprise. Multinational team. The multinational corporation has offices in over 30 countries.
Internal.
Of or relating to the inside of something.
Examples:
Internal organs. The internal economy. The Prime Minister cancelled visits to other countries to resolve internal disputes.
Decipher.
To read or understand something that is written in code or in a difficult or obscure way.
Examples:
Decipher code. Decipher message. He spent hours trying to decipher the ancient text.
Chart.
A visual display of information such as a diagram, lists of figures, etc., a map designed to assist navigation by air or sea.
Examples:
A weather chart. A statistical chart. This pie chart represents our market share.
Graph.
A picture consisting of a line, lines, points, etc., that shows how two or more sets of certain quantities are related to each other.
Examples:
Graph theory. A graph sample. This bar graph shows sales over the past 5 years.
Unveil.
To reveal or make something publicly known, especially for the first time.
Examples:
Unveil a monument. Unveil a comprehensive plan. The company plans to unveil its new product at the trade show next week.
Shocking.
Extremely or surprisingly bad, or causing a strong emotional response such as surprise or disgust.
Examples:
Shocking response. Shocking revelation. The news of the accident was shocking and left many in shock.
Swindle.
To deceive or cheat someone out of money or property through deceitful means or false promises. Noun, an act or instance of deceitful or fraudulent behavior, usually to trick someone out of their money, property, or valuables.
Examples:
Online swindle. Swindle the public into believing. He tried to swindle me out of my money by selling me a fake product.
Substitute.
A person or thing acting or serving instead of another one. Verb, to act as a something or someone instead of another one.
Examples:
Substitute coffee. Substitute teacher. I substitute skim milk for regular milk because we are on a strict diet.
Approve.
To think that someone or something is favorable, acceptable, or appropriate, to officially accept a plan, request, etc.
Examples:
Approve of measures. Unanimously approve a resolution. My boss wouldn't approve of the plan.
Purity.
The state of being undiluted or unmixed with anything else, the state of being free from immorality, especially of a sexual nature.
Examples:
The degree of purity. High purity. Higher purity requires additional equipment and energy.
Invention.
The creation of a new device or process resulting from study and experimentation, the act of inventing.
Examples:
The invention of new techniques. Common invention. Necessity is the mother of invention.
Procedure.
A way of doing something, especially the official or well-known way.
Examples.
Undergo a surgical procedure. Standard procedure. The pilot and flight attendant ran through the checkout procedure.
Overnight.
Lasting for or occurring during one night, occurring or changing extremely quickly or suddenly, happening or being achieved in a short amount of time.
Examples.
Overnight parking. Overnight success. The overnight package delivery arrived at my door this morning.
Sauna.
A small room or enclosure designed to be heated to high temperatures and used for bathing and relaxation, often featuring a stove, rocks, and steam.
Examples.
Sauna session. Traditional Finnish sauna. I like to relax and unwind in the sauna after a long day at work.
Conjure.
To call forth by magic, to create or bring about through the imagination.
Examples.
Conjure evil spirits away. Conjure a vision. The magician conjured up a rabbit out of thin air.
Stability.
The quality or attribute of being firm and steadfast.
Examples.
Stability pact. Fiscal Stability Pact. The policy should increase the country's monetary stability.
Gradual.
Happening slowly over a long period of time or distance, not steep or abrupt.
Examples.
A gradual process. A gradual change. The country experienced a gradual increase in population.
Unearth.
To discover or bring to light something that is in the ground or was previously hidden or unknown.
Examples.
Unearth burial mound. Unearth a mystery. The detective unearthed a critical clue that led to the suspect's arrest.
Nightmare.
A very frightening or unpleasant dream.
Examples.
Have a nightmare. Nightmare situation. Life as a waiter was a big nightmare for him.
Hire.
To give somebody a job.
Examples.
Hire a guide. Hire a car by the hour. We should always be prepared to hire talented recruits.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples.
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Suspect.
To consider anything to be true or probable.
Examples:
Suspect a plot. Suspect that he is sick. The cops suspected him of being the killer.
Amiss.
Not quite right, not suitable, or not as expected.
Examples:
Take her words amiss. Something is amiss. It would not be amiss to tell him the facts in advance.
Engineer.
A person whose job is designing, building, or maintaining something such as machines, structures, or software.
Examples:
A civil engineer. Engineer shortage. The engineer will repair my telephone tomorrow morning.
Fake.
Not genuine, fraudulent, or counterfeit.
Examples:
Fake police officer. Spread of fake news. The Prime Minister was not well prepared for the debate and faked it.
Eventually.
Finally, particularly after a long time or a lot of struggle, complications, and so on.
Examples:
Eventually become obsolete. Eventually succeed. The corporation eventually dominated the entire tobacco business.
Devastating.
Causing a great deal of destruction or damage.
Examples:
Have devastating effects. Treat this devastating disease. This typhoon was the most devastating in years.
Falsify.
To alter or manipulate information, data, or evidence to deceive or mislead, to prove to be false or incorrect.
Examples:
Falsify data. Falsify documents. The scientist was caught attempting to falsify the results of the study.
Committee.
A group of people appointed or elected to perform a specific function or manage a particular task, often within a larger organization.
Examples:
Committee meeting. Committee member. The ad hoc committee met to discuss the proposal.
Laptop.
A portable computer that is small enough to be carried around easily and used on your lap.
Examples:
Bring my laptop. Thin and light laptop. I need to finish this report by tonight, so I'll be working on my laptop all day.
Destroy.
To ruin or damage severely or completely, to eradicate or eliminate completely.
Examples:
Destroy the ecosystem. Destroyed evidence. The building was destroyed in the fire and had to be rebuilt.
Perilous.
Involving a high degree of risk or danger, hazardous or fraught with potential harm.
Examples:
Perilous journey. Perilous terrain. Climbing the cliff was a perilous adventure.
Alert.
To warn or arouse to a sense of danger. Adjective, paying close attention or being in a state of readiness for action.
Examples:
Alert consumers to the dangers. Alert system. The company's cybersecurity team alerted the CEO to potential threats.
Plead.
To make a serious and urgent request or appeal, especially for help or mercy.
Examples:
Plead for mercy. Plead a political cause. He pleaded with the authorities to release his son, who had been wrongly accused.
Guilty.
Feeling responsible for or having done something wrong or criminal.
Examples:
Feel a bit guilty. Guilty verdict. After much contemplation, the suspect decided to plead guilty to the theft charge.
Felony.
A serious crime that carries a punishment of more than 1 year in prison, typically involving violence or other severe actions.
Examples:
Felony conviction. Felony charge. Committing a felony can result in severe consequences, such as imprisonment or fines.
Consultant.
A person who provides professional or expert advice.
Examples:
Consultant firm. Chief consultant. We hired a management consultant to help us improve our business strategy.
Distant.
Far away in space, time, or where you are, far apart in relevance, relationship, or kinship.
Examples:
A distant memory. Distant ancestors. The sun set over the crest of distant hills.
Fashion.
A style that is popular at a particular time or place, the state of being popular.
Examples:
Go out of fashion. New fashion trends. That style is no longer in fashion.
Pharmaceutical.
Relating to the production and selling of the medical drugs.
Examples:
Major pharmaceutical companies. Commercial pharmaceutical products. She gave money to help set up a pharmaceutical laboratory.
Sweatshop.
A factory or workshop where workers are employed at very low wages and under poor conditions, often characterized by long hours, low pay, and hazardous working conditions.
Examples:
Sweatshop conditions. Sweatshop labor. Activists have been pushing for legislation to ban the use of sweatshops in the garment industry.
Shortcut.
An alternative route shorter or quicker than the usual one.
Examples:
Take a shortcut. Keyboard shortcuts. There is no shortcut to success.
Rev.
A measure of the rate at which an engine or motor rotates, often expressed in revolutions per minute, RPM, verb, to increase the number of rotations per minute.
Examples:
Low rev engine. Rev up the crowd. He stepped on the gas pedal, and the engine released a loud rev.
Release.
To set free or allow to escape from confinement.
Examples:
Release a prisoner. Release CO2 into the air. The animal rights group worked to release the dolphins back into the wild.
Batch.
A quantity or group of things that are made or produced together and are considered to be the same or similar, an amount produced during a specified period of time or process.
Examples:
A batch of letters. Batch processing. I baked a batch of cookies for the office party.
Particle.
A small piece of something, a word or piece of a term with grammatical function but little or no significance.
Examples:
Charged particle. Particle energy. We can calculate the position of the particles statistically.
Triple.
Consisting of 3 items or people, 3 times as great or many.
Examples:
A triple mirror. Triple digits. His coach is a triple Olympic champion.
Machinery.
A group of large machines or the components of a machine that make it work, social institution functions or structure for doing something.
Examples:
Heavy machinery. Inactive machinery. The machinery of audit formally issued a business improvement order.
Manipulate.
To influence or control something or someone to your advantage, often in an unfair or dishonest way.
Examples:
Manipulate figures. Vulnerable to manipulate. Please tell me how to manipulate this computer.
Compromise.
To settle a problem or disagreement by mutual concession.
Examples:
Compromise the matter. Cannot compromise anymore. They never compromised on development, despite the lack of funds.
Cheek.
Either side of the face below the eye and between the nose and the jaw.
Examples:
Cheekbone. Hollowed out cheek. He gently touched her apple-red cheek and whispered that he loved her.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Thumb.
The short, thick digit of the hand next to the index finger. Verb, to travel by getting free rides from motorists.
Examples:
Thumb wrestling. Thumb a ride. He used his right thumb to press the button on his phone.
Memo.
A short written message or communication intended for internal use within an organization or company.
Examples:
A memo pad. Memo content. I received a memo from the CEO outlining the new company policies.
Consume.
To spend something, especially fuel, energy, or time, in a large amount.
Examples:
Consume a large of alcohol. Consume electricity. A smaller car will consume less fuel.
Clash.
A fight or argument between two groups of people, a loud noise caused by striking against something.
Examples:
A clash of viewpoints. A clash between the two task forces. Her dress was a disturbing clash of colors.
Congress.
A formal meeting of the representatives of different countries, constituent states, organizations, trade unions, political parties, or other groups.
Examples:
An international congress. Peace Congress. Congress must consider this proposal in an unusual situation.
Steady.
Firmly fixed, supported, or balanced, not shaking or moving.
Examples:
Steady increase. Take a steady job. The patient's vital signs are steady, indicating a stable condition.
Stream.
A small, narrow river, a continuous flow of something, such as liquid, gas, people, vehicles, etc.
Examples:
The stream of time. An endless stream of cars. Jet streams are the common name for air currents that form high in the atmosphere.
Inspection.
The act of examining, assessing, or reviewing something to ensure its accuracy, quality, safety, or compliance, the process of investigating or evaluating something.
Examples:
Inspection report. Regular inspection. Before starting the project, the engineer performed an inspection of the construction site.
Investigator.
A person whose job is to conduct an investigation or inquiry into something, often to gather information or evidence.
Examples:
Private investigator. Clinical investigator. The forensic investigator collected DNA samples from the crime scene to identify the perpetrator.
Announce.
To make something known or officially inform people about something.
Examples:
Announce candidacy. Announce the award winners. The third season of the anime show has been announced.
Advance.
To go or move forward, to develop in a positive way.
Examples:
Advance the technology. Advance a cooperative relationship. Scientific knowledge will advance significantly with the power of AI.
Arrange.
To plan, prepare for, and carry out something.
Examples:
Arrange the meeting. The list was arranged alphabetically. I need to arrange plans with him for the celebration.
Transport.
A system for moving people or products from one location to another using automobiles, roads, and so on.
Examples:
Transport facilities. Access to public transport. Enhanced rail transportation is crucial for our business.
Fabricate.
To make something, especially by assembling parts or constructing it from raw materials. To invent and present something false as true or real to deceive someone.
Examples:
Fabricate a chemical. Fabricate an excuse. The detective discovered that the witness had fabricated her story about the crime.
Facade.
The face or front of a building, especially a large one, superficial or false appearance intended to conceal something unpleasant.
Examples:
The outside facade of a castle. Facade of wealth. A gentle facade concealed his powerfulness.
Compliance.
The act of following rules or regulations, often willingly or voluntarily. The act of conforming to a set of standards or guidelines.
Examples:
Compliance audit. Regulatory compliance. Conservation groups praised the company's compliance with environmental regulations.
Intrepid.
Courageous and not afraid of danger or difficulties.
Examples:
Intrepid personality. Intrepid travelers. There were still intrepid pioneers who planned to start their businesses.
Peter.
To fail or lose power, efficiency, or value gradually before coming to an end.
Examples:
Eventually peter out. Begin to peter out. The music just petered out.
Ignore.
To intentionally not listen or pay attention to.
Examples:
Ignore her advice. Ignore a ban. Since independence, the area has been completely ignored.
Delete.
To remove something, especially that has been written, to wipe out digitally or magnetically recorded information.
Examples:
Delete a file. Delete this modification. Highlight the sentences that you want to delete.
Metadata.
Information that describes or provides contextual details about other data, such as the content, structure, format, or authorship of a document or file.
Examples:
Metadata analysis, metadata storage. The metadata for a video game includes information about the game's platform and release date.
Screening.
The process of evaluating or testing individuals or objects to determine their suitability or potential problems. A showing of a film or movie for a select group of viewers before its general release.
Examples:
Screening tool, health screening. His company requires employees to undergo a screening process.
Specification.
A detailed description of the characteristics, features, or requirements of something, typically a product or system, a written statement that outlines the standards, procedures, or requirements for a project or job.
Examples:
Functional specification, engineering specification. The project specifications outline the goals and requirements for the team to complete.
Inspect.
To look at someone or something closely, usually to examine their condition or to detect flaws.
Examples:
Inspect a plant. Inspect the enemy's movements. The employee had to wait outside while police inspected the building.
Dual.
Having two parts, aspects, or elements.
Examples:
Dual purpose. Dual nationality. This laptop has a dual-core processor, making it fast and efficient.
Corruptible.
Capable of being made to do something dishonest or immoral.
Examples:
Corruptible officials. Corruptible judges. Bureaucracies are more corruptible than other systems or organizations.
Resistant.
Not affected by something, especially changes or new ideas, of or relating to immunity to disease or infection.
Examples:
Penicillin-resistant bacteria. Resistant to persuasion. Insects in urban areas are becoming resistant to insecticides.
Infection.
A condition in which pathogenic microorganisms or viruses have entered the body.
Examples:
A bacterial infection. Treat the infection with antibiotics. Hospitals must meet various standards to prevent nosocomial infections.
Criminal.
A person who has committed a crime.
Examples:
Wanted criminal. Criminal investigation. The police are searching for the criminal who stole the jewels.
Apparently.
Based on what you have heard or read,
Examples:
apparently simple, apparently unrelated. The police apparently believed this explanation was plausible.
Con.
An argument opposed to a proposal, a swindle in which you cheat at gambling or persuade a person to buy worthless property. Verb, to be against or opposed to something.
Examples:
Telemarketing cons. The pros and cons. The con artist convinced the older woman to give him her life savings.
Overlook.
To fail to notice something, to watch over someone, to provide a view from above.
Examples:
Overlook a street. Overlook that fact. We cannot overlook an opportunity for great success.
Transgression.
The violation of a law, duty, or moral principle.
Examples:
Inexcusable transgression. Commit a transgression. Reporters questioned the politician about his past transgression.
Toxic.
Of or relating to or caused by a poison, poisonous.
Examples:
Toxic molecule. Exposure to toxic chemicals. This chemical compound is 1,000-fold more toxic.
Impure.
Mixed with other substances or foreign matter, of persons or behaviors, immoral or obscene, especially in sexual matters.
Examples:
Impure water. Impure thoughts. In some religions, pork is deemed impure.
Particulate.
Consisting of small particles, especially those that are suspended in a fluid or air.
Examples:
Particulate size. Particulate pollution. Smoke from forest fires is causing an increase in particulate matter in the air.
Recognize.
To acknowledge or realize something or someone, to identify, remember, or become aware of something that was previously known or encountered.
Examples:
Recognize talent. Recognize achievement. It's important to recognize your strengths and weaknesses.
Relic.
An object from a previous era, especially one of historical value.
Examples:
Historical relic. Holy relics. This bronze sword is a relic of ancient times.
Bygone.
Belonging to an earlier time, from a previous era or period.
Examples:
Bygone civilization. Bygone traditions. The historian studied the bygone era with great detail.
Evolve.
To develop gradually, or to cause the development of something or someone gradually.
Examples:
Evolve. Evolve over the past decade. Eyeless fish evolved in dark caves.
Economy.
The system by which a country or region produces, manages, and distributes goods and services, including the money and finances involved in these activities, of an airline, the lowest priced, most basic option for seating in commercial travel.
Examples:
Economy of scale. Economy class. The economy of the country is struggling due to the recent political instability.
Guarantee.
To promise something will happen formally, especially that certain conditions about a product, service, or transaction would be met.
Examples:
Guarantee a high quality. Guarantee women equality. We cannot guarantee enough raw material sources.
Rigorous.
Allowing or demanding no deviation from a standard, extremely careful, thorough, or accurate.
Examples:
Rigorous standards. Have rigorous criticism. The way he manages his employees is extremely rigorous.
Oversight.
The act of supervising or watching over something, a mistake caused by not paying enough attention to something.
Examples:
Environmental oversight. Oversight committee. Due to careless oversight, the product was not inspected before it was shipped to the customers.
Systematic.
Done or acting according to a determined set of systems or plans.
Examples:
A systematic reformation. Systematic botany. Science is based on the systematic classification of experience.
Genuine.
Real and exactly, not pretended, sincerely felt or expressed.
Examples:
A genuine article. Show genuine regret. Is this painting genuine or forged?
Cereal.
A type of grain used for food, such as wheat, oats, or corn that is typically ground into flour, cooked into porridge, or used to make breakfast cereals.
Examples:
Cereal grain. Cold cereal. I always start my morning with a bowl of cereal.
Elect.
To choose someone for a specific position by voting for them, to decide or choose to do something.
Examples:
Elect the school board. Elect death. Every 5 years, the provincial governors are elected.
Rank.
A position in a hierarchy of status or authority. Verb, to take or have a position relative to others.
Examples:
Rank amateur. High rank. He was promoted to the rank of captain in the military.
Pharmacy.
A place where medicines are prepared and dispensed, a drugstore or chemist's.
Examples:
Pharmacy chain. Online pharmacy. I need to go to the hospital pharmacy to pick up my prescription.
Chain.
A series of connected links or objects, a system or group of interconnected elements, a restraint or shackle.
Examples:
Chain reaction. Supply chain. The chain on my bike broke, leaving me stranded.
Dispense.
To distribute, allocate, or deliver something to the intended recipients.
Examples:
Dispense with ceremony. Dispense justice. The pharmacist started to dispense medication to patients.